Welcome to another episode of Sunday Gist with Olajay, and today we're going to be discussing about something very deep, serious. Watch this video to the end, and here with me we have a wonderful guest who is ready for us. Kindly introduce yourself, sir.
My name is Adedayo Gunkoya.
All right. You're into what, sir?
I'm into photography.
What's your handles?
Okay, on Instagram, Premium Institute. Yeah.
Okay, so please viewers go to Instagram, check out for Premium Density. He is into photographs, and I'm telling you sincerely, his works are dope. His works are dope. Alright, so moving to our discussion for today, we're going to be discussing about trauma. We're going to be discussing about trauma, and what does trauma means to you?
Okay, to me, trauma is a state of a disturbed experience that could lead to when someone is not functioning well, or when someone cannot cope well, either mentally, emotionally, physically, or psychologically. The inability of someone to blend well with the environment.
Wow, nice. So, looking at the state of this country, everybody facing 1 or 10, how do you think, what should be our response to trauma, And I want to also clear this mindset or this notion of people saying that trauma, when I say I'm traumatized, they think that, okay, it is a negative word. Don't be negative when I say I'm traumatized. And they feel like, okay, stop that. Don't say negative words. No. And do you really support the emotion saying that, okay, trauma, saying you're traumatized or trauma is a negative experience?
Alright, being traumatized is actually not a negative experience. But trauma could actually make you feel like maybe you've not done enough, maybe you are not doing well, maybe you shouldn't have done that. But it is not something negative. The fact that most Nigerians think trauma is actually something negative, I don't think is actually true, because actually trauma might make you feel like, oh, I was at fault, oh, I shouldn't have done this, oh, I don't think I can, but it is actually not something negative, and it is something virtually every one of us could fall into if we are not really careful and all. So, and in this era, this country we find ourselves, I think the best thing to do when someone is experiencing trauma is to socialize with people instead of isolation. Most times we find so many people isolating themselves from their friends, their family, and all their loved ones. But it is not advisable to do that. So in this era when we find ourselves, I feel like we should socialize with people. Anyone experiencing trauma, move with people, have fun, enjoy, play, and when they are trying to show love to you, try to accept the love. Do not see it as something that, do not see it as a burden. Do not see love as a burden. It is never a burden. Just try to move closer to your loved ones and ensure that you are always in the right space. Ensure that you are always in a place whereby you feel welcome. Yeah. Okay, our response to trauma should be that, we should not isolate ourselves. We should socialize with people. We should make sure that we have good people around us. I mean, good people around us that wouldn't make us feel less of ourselves. We should not feel insecure, and that is why we should try to welcome people. When people are trying to show us love, we should try to accept their act of love, and most importantly, we have to have fun. Yeah, when we are experiencing trauma, we should not see it as that's the end of it, that's the end of life and all. We should have fun, we should go out, we should make friends, and everything will be fine as time goes on.
Thank you very much. You see, I was just even thinking about something while you were talking. I was just thinking about the fact that if not for phones these days, a lot of people would have been traumatized, But sometimes when you just take your phone, watch some videos, laugh at some comedies, it just clear up some things. Alright, so like I guess I've said, get yourself socialized with people, have fun, bro, have fun, sister. You see, trauma, the end goal of trauma is depression, and when someone is depressed, the person might overthink about a lot of things, trying to do one thing or the other that I'm not supposed to be. So when people are trying to even show love, please show love. Response to the love. Thank you. Alright, is there any recommendation for someone who is traumatized? Probably you have any recommendation for anyone traumatized?
Yeah, to me, I feel therapy is the best thing to do. I would really recommend that we go for therapy. Do you understand?
Alright, therapy. I've seen a lot of people, some people have this mindset of saying that, okay, when you go to a therapy, it's only those people that are mentally disordered that should see a therapy or something. So, traumatized therapy and disorder, I think, can you expatiate more on that?
Actually, it's not true. Most times Nigerians feels like, when we are talking about therapy, it's always related to people that are not well, yeah, that they're not mentally okay and all, but it is actually not true. Because we have different type of therapy. We have, psychological therapy, we have massage therapy, which I know someone very close to me that is into massage therapy. So therapy does not actually, it is not meant for the mental disorder set of people. No, come on. It is meant for everyone that is actually not in their right state of mind. Do you understand, sir?
Alright. So, talking about trauma, what do you think trauma can lead to?
Yeah, to be very honest, trauma is something that is very delicate, and it could lead to so many things like depression, like suicide, like overthinking, lack of interest. It could lead to so many things. So that's just it. I feel.
Trauma leads to suicide. Yeah, that's true. This was a wonderful session with you. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation. Over to you, viewers. You can drop your view about trauma in the comment section, but let me remind you, according to what our guest has said, get yourself socialized with people. When you're experiencing trauma, get yourself socialized with people, have fun, do things that make you lively. Okay, do things that make you lively. Don't isolate yourself. I tell you sincerely, isolation can lead to you getting yourself overthinking, and overthinking can lead to depression leading to suicide. When you are depressed, you just feel like, okay, what's even the essence of my existence? Let me just end it all and stuff like that. But I tell you sincerely, get yourself socialized with people, have fun, enjoy yourself. If money enter your account, have fun. Have fun. Don't get yourself isolated. Alright, see you again next week, same time, same venue. Sunday GC Olajay. Thank you very much.